Waukesha, Wisconsin. A peaceful town where kids rode bikes, families held barbecues, and life moved slow. But on one spring morning in 2014, something unthinkable happened. 12-year-old Peyton Leutner, just a regular middle schooler, was invited to a sleepover by her two best friends, Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire. They laughed, stayed up late, and played like any group of preteens. No one could have imagined that by morning, one of them would be fighting for her life. In the woods. What makes this story so chilling is that the girls didn't hate Peyton, they didn't even want her money or belongings. What they wanted was to impress a monster from the internet. Morgan and Anissa believed Slender Man, a fictional, faceless figure born from online creepypasta forums, was real. They thought if they killed for him, they could live in his mansion deep in the woods. To them, this was survival. They were scared. But that fear became something far darker. They led Peyton into the forest under the guise of playing hide-and-seek, and then, Morgan pulled out the knife, Anissa watched, and together they stabbed their friend 19 times. But this isn't just a story of cruelty, it's a story of survival. Peyton didn't give up. Despite the pain, despite the betrayal, she dragged herself through the woods, alone, bleeding, until she found a nearby bike path. A passing cyclist saw her and called for help. She survived. Doctors said it was a miracle. One of the stab wounds missed a major artery by just a millimeter, one wrong move, and she wouldn't have made it. When police found Morgan and Anissa later that day, they weren't hiding. They were walking calmly down a highway, heading toward the mythical forest mansion they believed was real. In the interviews, they spoke like kids who didn't fully understand what they'd done. But at the same time, it was terrifying how methodical they'd been. Morgan was eventually diagnosed with schizophrenia. Anissa, who said she was afraid Slender Man would hurt her family, was found to be suffering from shared delusions. Both were sent to psychiatric facilities instead of prison. Morgan received 40 years. Anissa, 25. The Slender Man stabbing is more than a disturbing crime. It's a tragic collision of mental illness, internet horror, and childhood vulnerability. Peyton recovered. She went on to share her story. And today she stands as a symbol of unimaginable strength. Because even after betrayal, even after nearly losing everything, she chose to survive. Sometimes the scariest monsters aren't made up. They're created by fear, belief, and the things we fail to see. Subscribe for more haunting true stories.